Hello everyone, Will again here, and today on the farm we are just down at the lambs because we are getting them in. So last week I did a feast leg count and they came back a little too high for my liking. So the plan today, we're going to be worming some lambs, so we're getting both groups in, the ewe lambs and the tuck lambs, and giving them a worm. As well as that, the tuck lambs are going to pick the best ones out for breeding to see if they're all okay, and if anything's at weight and fit enough, we're going to pull them out too. So that is the plan for today, guys. If you do enjoy it, please give the video a massive like. You want to see more stuff like this, just smash that subscribe button. Don't forget, videos every Wednesday and Saturday at 7:30. Cheers guys, hope you enjoy it. I'll wait till you've shut the gate, else I'll just run back that way. That is all the tuck lambs in, guys, and I've been helped by Jamie today. So Jamie works for us now on the farm. Yeah. You've been on the muck this week most, haven't you? Yeah. So the plan of today, guys, what we're going to do is weigh these. Anything over 40 kilos isn't going to be drenched, just because the wormer we're using today has a 14-day withdrawal. So basically anything over 40 kilos is going to be ready to go to the butcher fairly soon, and we want it to be ready. We don't want to have to wait. So we're going to get all these in, weigh them all, and then we're going to drench them. So that's the plan, and we'll crack on with that now. Get on, boys. So guys, what we're planning to do today, like literally anything over 40 kilos, so this one's actually 50.8, we're going to mark with a green mark because it's not going to need worming. So basically just going to put a green dot in between its shoulders so that we know it's over 40 kilos, so that when we come to drench them, they're not going to get drenched basically. So that's the plan, and we let that one out the side door and we're on to the next lamb. So that's the plan, and we'll crack on with getting them all done. That's all lambs now gone through the scales, guys. So what we've done, as you can see on that one's shoulder over there, we marked anything over 40 kilos with a green dot, as I said before, because of the withdrawal on the wormer. So the plan is now, Jamie's just opening that back up, so we're going to run them back in and just run all these boys straight in for drenching now. So come on boys, you can see these two here, they've got green dots, so they won't get drenched, and they're pretty fit too. So guys, we are worming with leather cure today, which is a group 2 wormer, and that's because we have quite a high strong guard count in the lambs. So basically what I do with this, I've got the 2.5 litre bottle here, and I just tip it into a Solvix bottle. If any of you watched the channel before, the reason I do this is because the Solvix bottles are a lot easier to drench with. So this just goes in here like this, and then the reason we use a Solvix bottle is because they have one of these tubes that go down the middle, so you can hold it the right way up and you don't end up with it all down your back. So we'll crack on with this now and get them all drenched. Oh yeah, and another thing to add, just because I forgot to mention this, these are obviously all under 40 kilos because we just weighed them, so they're going to get a 10ml dose of wormer, as you can see right there, and that is what we're going to be doing today. Now that didn't take long at all. Jamie basically did them all himself while I pushed them up, so they got all drenched in about 5–10 minutes, really quick. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to try and pick 10 out which may go on for breeding. So we're going to try and pick the best 10 out, then we'll look at the figures on a later date. This is just to give us a bit of a view of what they're performing like. So basically what I'm trying to do now, guys, we're going to pick 10 lambs out that are going to be good enough for breeding. So these 10 might not last all the way through, but basically ones that catch my eye and ones I like the look of. So basically looking for stuff with tighter skins, so that's got quite a nice tight skin. Then they've got to walk well, so they're not down on the pasterns. And then basically got a black nose, so basically anything to clean type. So this one here has actually probably not to type, but we'll keep going. So we've just picked one out, but I think we've come up with a better plan. Jamie suggested what we're going to do is pick out the ones we don't like, because it's going to be a lot easier to look at the ones we like, I think. So that is the plan. So basically anything we've read out is going, anything I don't like is going to get a red mark. So that's what we're going to do now and chuck all them out. Right, so that is those all narrowed down, and these are the ones we've picked out. So these are some really nice stylish tups. We haven't just gone for the biggest ones, we've gone for some with a bit of style, and they should all be fit to type. So what we're going to do is now just quickly go through these ones again, just to make sure we haven't made any blunders like with type and stuff like that. So we'll just walk these back in and we'll just go through them again. So looking really smart. Get on, boys. So that is the tups picked out that we like the look of. So what I'm going to do now is look through all their noses. So they also have a jet black nose, so we need to ensure that they're all to type. As well as that, I'm going to watch them walk around, make sure that none of the hocks and things like that, and they're not down the pasterns and all sorts of like stuff like that. These basically all have very nice skins. That's one of the things I look for. I like that. They just have to stand out in a bunch. Like most people, if you've got a tup, you want it to look good. Also like to look at conformation, so even though there's some small lambs in here, they've got very nice conformation, just like that one. So that's a bit more of a smaller lamb, but really nice conformation. I think that one's actually a twin or triplet. So sometimes the huge ones are singles, and we don't always want singles, but rather have a twin that's a bit smaller but performing better. So we'll get to it and have a look if anything's not quite right. Right, so looking at the noses, you're good, solid black nose, you in there. Good. That's okay. I'm going to chuck him out. So guys, we're just going to chuck this one out because it's got horns rather than little stubs. So this is something that we really don't want to breed with. So mark him out and he won't be for breeding. So you out there, mate. We've just got to ensure that everything is right, because there's no point keeping something for a year to chuck out in a year's time, and we've wasted a year's worth of grass on it. So just need to be extremely harsh on these to make sure that we don't pick anything that's not quite right. So right guys, that is those all picked out. So there's 11 in here. We'll keep an eye on these. I'm sure they'll get whittled down a little more as the year goes on, but I'm going to mark them with a pink marker spray and worm them, because obviously these need to be wormed now that they're not going to be killed. So they're looking really well, but these are going to be the tops possibly for next year's sales. So looking really well, aren't you, boys? Go on, lads. So guys, you can probably tell now that I'm not down at the field with the sheep, because I've made a bit of a mess up. I forgot a spare battery for my camera and I ran out of charge. So I'm going to finish the video here while I'm just walking Josie. So she's just up there having a little bit of a run around. She hasn't really got to have much of a run around for the last week because she's on cage rest, but I'm just going to give her a little bit of a run because she's going mental. But yeah, back to the sheep. So the ewe lambs, I got some drone footage, but it doesn't really work without me talking around it. They weighed 36.7 grams, kilos on average. I think I'll pop it on screen now. And the tuck lambs, I weighed them 2 days ago and they actually averaged 39 kilos, so they're weighing better. But in my opinion, the ewe lambs are actually doing better on average, so they're a bit more consistent and there's less lambs at the smaller end. And we sent our first fat lambs to the abattoir on Monday, so that was really good. That's yesterday. So we'll find out how they killed out this week when we go to the butchers, just to see how the carcasses look. Josie's enjoying herself and hopefully her bandage will be off soon, but it's been a really good day, guys. We've got all the lambs all wormed, everything's sorted, so anything above 40 kilos is now ready for the abattoir in the next couple of weeks. And I've picked out some breeding tups to keep an eye on, as well as some of us got the 2 show tuck lambs that are at the farm. But yeah, guys, massive thank you for watching today, guys. Massive thank you for watching by Josie. She's not really interested, but yeah. I hope you found it interesting, guys. Massive thank you. If you did enjoy the video, guys, please give it a massive like. If you want to see more stuff like this, just smash that subscribe button. And don't forget, videos every Wednesday and Saturday at 7:30. I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you for watching, and apologies again for me forgetting batteries. Cheers, see you next time.